Arsenal have sent a clear warning to their Premier League rivals. The Gunners are no longer satisfied with simply winning trophies. Under Mikel Arteta, the club now has a much bigger ambition set to become the best football club in the world.
And what you've already got is a team capable of winning the Premier League.
We said that the ambition of the club, or the owners, is to be the best club in the world. And in order to do that,
but Arteta knows that winning one title is only the beginning. Arsenal manager has made it clear that the club wants to build a period of dominance similar to the one Manchester City enjoyed under Pep Guardiola. And this is where Arteta's message becomes particularly interesting.
We try to build with the actual players that we have, and it is the players that we want to sign to make a difference for Arsenal.
It seems to most of the pundits that I'm speaking to, you are outstanding favourites for the title this season.
According to Arteta, reaching that level requires much more than simply buying talented players. Arsenal need the best infrastructure, the best stadium, the best supporters, and above all, a squad capable of competing at the highest level in Europe. And that is exactly what Arsenal are trying to build. The club has already invested heavily in its squad, while Arteta continues to demand more from his players. The objective is not just to win the Premier League once, but to create a team capable of dominating English football for years. That would be a historic achievement. Arsenal have not won 2 consecutive English League titles since the 1930s. Even Arsene Wenger's famous Invincibles failed to achieve back-to-back Premier League titles. Now, Arteta has the opportunity to change that history. And there's another reason why Arsenal are more motivated than ever. Last season, the Gunners suffered a painful defeat in the Champions League final against Paris Saint-Germain, losing on penalties. For Arteta, that disappointment has not disappeared. Instead, it has become fuel. The Arsenal manager says that when he looks into the eyes of his players, he sees a special desire, a hunger to improve every single day. That mentality could be crucial this season because Arsenal are not only chasing another Premier League title, they also have their eyes firmly fixed on the Champions League, a trophy the club has never won. And however, Arteta's immediate priority remains clear: maintain Arsenal's dominance in England, and the Gunners have already sent a strong signal. In the Community Shield, Arsenal produced an impressive 3-0 victory over Manchester City, showing that their hunger for trophies has not disappeared. With Manchester City entering a new era following Pep Guardiola's departure, Arsenal may now see an opportunity to establish themselves as the new dominant force in English football. But the Premier League will not give them anything for free. Liverpool, Manchester United, Chelsea, Manchester City, and the other challengers will all be looking to stop Arteta's side from building a dynasty. That is why the opening game against Coventry could be more important than it looks. Arsenal are entering the season as champions, but Arteta wants his players to behave like challengers, hungry, aggressive, and determined to improve. But there is another detail that makes Arteta's ambition even more significant. Arsenal are no longer operating like a club simply trying to return to the top. They now have the mentality of a team that expects to stay there. Every transfer, every tactical decision, and every improvement around the club is being made with one objective in mind: creating a squad capable of competing for every major trophy. And this season could be a decisive test. The pressure will be higher because Arsenal are now the team that everyone wants to beat. Opponents will approach them differently. The expectations from supporters will be greater, and every drop point will immediately raise questions about their ability to defend the title. Arteta understands that perfectly. That is why he continues to demand improvement, even after winning the Premier League. For him, success is not about reaching the top once. It is about staying there. The Community Shield victory over Manchester City offered an early indication that Arsenal are ready for that challenge. A convincing 3-0 win against one of their biggest rivals sent a powerful message ahead of the new campaign. But the real test begins now. Can Arsenal handle the pressure of being champions? Can they retain their Premier League crown while also going deeper in the Champions League? And most importantly, can Arteta transform this ambitious Arsenal project into a team that dominates English football for years? Those are the questions that will define the season. And if you are an Arsenal fan, this is certainly a moment worth watching closely. The journey to becoming one of the world's greatest clubs may have already entered its most important chapter. The message from the Arsenal boss is simple: one Premier League title is not enough. He wants Arsenal to win more trophies, compete for the biggest prizes in Europe, and eventually reach a level where the club can legitimately call itself the best in the world. And if Arsenal can turn that ambition into reality, this could be the beginning of a completely new era at the Emirates. So, Arsenal fans, do you believe Mikel Arteta can build a dynasty and make Arsenal the best club in the world? Let us know your opinion in the comments. And if you want to stay up to date with the latest Arsenal and Premier League news, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel It really helps the channel grow, and it means you won't miss our next football update. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay with us as Arsenal begin their journey to defend the Premier League title and chase even bigger dreams.